Alright guys, I have several devices here. All their brightness is set to maximum. To the furthest right here we have the iPad 2. To the left we have the iPad 1. Let's get a bit closer. Here we have the Asus ePad Transformer. Here we have a Thunderbolt and a Arco 70. Obviously, this screen on the Asus is better than the Arco 70. As soon as you tilt this, the colors immediately get washed. Thunderbolt actually is pretty consistent. It's a very good screen on here. No matter which way you turn it, everything is clearly. But that's something that you're going to get on cell phones, so that's pretty standard. What I want to do is compare the screens on the Transformer and both iPads here. Now, the screen quality on the iPad 2 is superior to that of the iPad 1, but just barely. It's not noticeable unless you're holding both of them side by side. So what I'm going to do now is go to some websites, because having up a wallpaper isn't fair. So I'm going to use Dolphin Browser here. I found that the stock browser has some problems, so I'm not going to use it until we get that fixed. And what I'll do is I'll go to Engadget. We'll do the same here with Safari. I thought I had it up already. Guess not. Okay. So all of the devices are loaded on Engadget. If we look here, the screen on the Transformer and the iPad 1, actually the screen on the Transformer is actually a bit bluer than the iPad 1. If you look at the iPad 1, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, it's warmer. It has like a yellow tint to it. Whereas the Transformer, I can't tell you for sure if this is if it's more blue or if it's more natural looking. But if you can notice on the right, it's a bit more yellow than it is on the Transformer. What I'm going to do is move the original iPad out of the way and instead go to the iPad 2, because the iPad 2 doesn't have that warm look. And if you see these screens side by side here, I'm going to leave both devices flat now. And if you look at that screen quality, that's pretty much identical. Let's try to bring up the same image if possible. There we go. They're both set to maximum brightness. The iPad 2 is brighter. That should be obvious on the camera. I'm looking on the viewfinder, and it's pretty obvious on the viewfinder that the image on the the image on the right is a lot brighter. It's more white than this image here. Let's move it up a little bit. This image has more blue to it, so I think that this image is set to cool, as you would set like an HD TV, whereas the iPad is much more natural. The white is really, really white, but the quality is outstanding regardless. Like the viewing angles on the iPad, we already know they're excellent. Even from this view, you can clearly read the text, and the same goes for the Transformer. So the angles on these devices are identical. The only thing that differentiates the two would be the colors that they reproduce. And I'm gonna have to say that the iPad 2 wins this one. The colors are just more natural. The white is really white, whereas here it's blue. Now, I mean, it could be the browser that's causing that problem, but again, the stock browser sucks when it comes to pinch to zoom. See, here it works perfectly on the Dolphin browser, but let me load up the stock browser. I don't think it has anything to do with the browser, but and it's already on Engadget. Great. So let's look for the same review. There we go. And no, it's still blue. Still blue. Now, I guess since I have it up, I can show you the difference with pinch to zoom. Alright, well, there are no problems with it. Okay. I don't know, maybe that was a bug, but I know it was mentioned on Engadget, and I thought they were just being haters, but I experienced it myself, so it is a legitimate concern. Yeah, it's not smooth. It's working now, whereas before it wouldn't work at all. But it's not smooth at all. Yeah, see, here we go. Anyway, the point isn't to show the performance. It's to show a comparison of the screen quality. And although the viewing angles are identical, the iPad 2 does have a superior display.